Hello everyone, welcome to Account Configuration. This resource will walk you through the workflow used to set up and architect your Google Workspace account structure. Prevention is better than cure when it comes to email deliverability. If you follow these instructions below, email deliverability will not be a problem for you. So email deliverability basically means कि आपके जो emails हैं they land in the inbox instead of your emails landing in the spam box. That's the thing. So when it comes to sending international emails, there are a lot of things जिनके बारे में आपको ध्यान देना होगा. But when it comes to sending emails in the same country या अपने आसपास के countries में, then in this case things become easier. But if you are planning to send emails to USA or UK from countries like India, Pakistan or Bangladesh, in that case I would recommend that you take care of a few things that we are going to talk about. Now we are setting up emails, the accounts within in we are setting up the email accounts within architecture that allows us to send 100 new cold emails per day. So it will allow us to send 100 new cold emails per day, 100 follow-up 1, 100 follow-up 2 and 100 follow-up 3. So basically in total we can send up to 400 emails a day with this one, right? So the total amount of domains would be 5 and the total amount of users would be 21. We are going to give you an architectural overview of this. Now, of course, if finances are an issue for you, you can do some cost cutting in this, and I will try my best to tell you the cheapest alternatives, and I will try my best to tell you कि आप कौन सी चीज़ों को छोड़ सकते हो. Now again, below is an overview of the Google Workspace account architecture, and we are going to basically the one we are going to set up. Actively use this as you're setting up the accounts for an increased understanding. So basically if you click on this, you can basically click on the three dots and you can make a copy of it in your own Miro board if you want, or else you can just use it. Now this is what it looks like. So this is the whole structure that we are going to create. There is going to be first domain, and this is going to have one account in this. This is going to be our main email or our warm email, right? We are going to use it to send 8 follow-up emails. Basically we are not going to send any new email on it, we are only going to send replies from it. So this is going to be our main email. We are going to buy a domain and we are going to make one email account on it. This is something where you can do some cost cutting, and instead of buying a domain and an email, you can basically use Gmail here. We are using Gmail here, but again it depends. If you have money, you should definitely invest it on it. You can use it later on. Along with it, it basically increases the authority, because if people see reply from a Gmail account, they may have some issues, but in most cases it's not as necessary. But if you have some money to invest, it is definitely a good investment to do. Now, sorry for that. Again, coming to this, basically we are going to have 2 slots here. This is basically so that you can have 2 virtual assistants sending it, or else if you want you can just make one box here. That does not really matter. Let's come to this one first. This is the 6th domain that I would recommend you guys buy. Again, this is optional, but this could help you a lot if you are planning to do a lot of extensive outreach, and if you have some money you can invest in this. This is going to be the 6th domain, and we are going to buy 5 email accounts on it. We are not going to use them to send any emails. These are going to be our backup email accounts, right? I'll be talking about this very soon, but these are going to be in case कि अगर इनमें से कोई भी domain लेट्स से ब्लैक लिस्ट हो जाता है, या इनमें से कोई भी ईमेल्स डिलीवरेबिलिटी ख़राब देने लग जाते हैं, इन दैट केस इंस्टेड ऑफ वेस्टिंग टाइम वी कैन चेंज दीज एंड वी कैन ऐड दीज वंस हियर. So this is a good thing to have. Again, if you're just starting out, if you don't have a lot of capital, you can ignore these. The next ones are, now there are going to be 4 domains and we are going to add 5 accounts on each. So this is going to be domain number 2, and you're going to add 1 account, 2 account, 3, 4. So basically account number 2, account 3, account 4, account 5 and account 6 here. Then on domain 3 we are going to add account 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. We are going to send 5 main emails from each of these and 5 follow-up 1, follow-up 2, follow-up 3. So in total basically we'll be sending 20 emails from each and 100 emails in total from each domain. So 4 domains in total are going to give us 400 new emails every single day. So this is what the account configuration looks like. Now to run this you only need a couple of sheets. What I would recommend you is, you'll be basically getting the links here. I would recommend you click on these and you open them up and you bookmark them on your sheet like this. You basically create a new folder And once you have a new folder, you can name it Loom Alchemy or anything, and once you have it, you can just drag and drop those. You can basically bookmark these files. So basically I can I'm not sure, yeah, I can bookmark this from here. And what I can do is, I can, this page is saved to Loom Alchemy. Instead of this, I can just change it and I can add it to some other place, right? So like this, you can add the bookmark, or you can just select which folder you want to bookmark it, and you can bookmark all of these. Now let me show you what exactly do you need to bookmark. You need to bookmark 4 of these. This one is not necessary. 4 of these: CRM, Terminator Loom Metrics Tracker, Engaged Prospect Tracker, and Deliverability Hub. Now we are going to use the Deliverability Hub in this particular video. Rest of these I will be explaining you later on, but for now you can just bookmark all of these so that you can use them later on. Now Deliverability Hub is going to be very important for us, and I'm going to start with a fresh Deliverability Hub for this particular video. We are going to come over to that soon, but before that we will be using a VPN. Now this thing again is optional. If you're using if you're like trying to send emails to international countries like USA, UK, and all those places, in that case I would recommend you use it, because it would hide your IP from your internet service provider, and the IPs in India, they're mostly, all of them are burnt, and when you send messages from countries like India to those countries, they basically go to spam rate, and that's why we are going to use a VPN. Now there are a lot of VPNs that you can use. We personally recommend NordVPN. It's a little expensive if you buy it on a monthly plan, but it is the best one. Now coming to the other VPNs that you can use, let me compare these for you. You can use NordVPN. You can then use Surfshark VPN, and there is basically one more, Proton VPN. These are the ones that you can use, and let me compare all of these for you. So NordVPN, it's the best one in the game. If you click on this, you get this deal, and you can basically buy the 2-year plan. And if you buy the 2-year plan, it would just cost you $3.39 per month. So it would be $81 for 2 years. And if I convert that to INR, it would be like 82 USD to INR. You would be paying like 7,000 rupees in total, but you will get this for very cheap, and you can use it for 2 years. And the best part would be, like, all of your VAs can use it. You can use it for the other purposes as well. And the best part is, like, this won't cost you a lot if you buy it for 2 years, because see, this Loom Alchemy thing, it always works. So it's a good investment if you can make it. This is the one I would recommend you go for. Or else you can go for the yearly plan. It would cost you $60. So instead of 80, you can go with 60 USD to INR, and that would be around 5,000 rupees. I won't recommend you go with the monthly plan. $13 is a lot of money. I won't recommend you pay it every single month. Instead of that, just go for this one, get some money, and you can use it. Now Surfshark is also good. I can say you can go for it, but again, the monthly pricing is very, very expensive. If you go for 12 months, it would be you would get it for 15 months actually, and it would just cost you 41 USD. So let's just say 42, it would be like 3,500 rupees. And if you go for 24 months, it would be like, for 27 months you'll be getting it for 60. So again, 60 USD to INR, it would almost be the same, 5,000 rupees. So you can again use it. It's also good. And then Proton VPN, again, you can use it if you want to. And for this I would recommend, let it just load. Yeah, for this I would recommend you again go with the 1-year plan. So you'll have to pay $59 for 12 months, around 5,000 rupees. So the cheapest one is Surfshark. The best one is NordVPN. This is the one I would recommend. You just go with the 2-year plan. You pay $81 and you get this one for free. You can also try to find some coupon codes if you find it, but I'm not sure. But this thing is definitely worth buying. So I would recommend you buy this NordVPN thing so that you can use it. So now quickly for the demonstration of this video, since I am basically no longer doing international outreach, I don't have any of these, so I'll be buying this monthly subscription of NordVPN. But again, I would not recommend you to go with the monthly one. You should definitely go with 1 or 2-year plan at the least, and this is the one I would be getting for demonstration purposes. So basically this is how you buy this one. you enter your email address and you don't want anything like this one, you don't have to add it, you can just pay them, and I'll be paying from my credit card. And yeah, that would basically be it. And yeah, basically we have got this. You can download the app for Windows. I have completed the purchase. I already have it downloaded, and I'll still have to click it for some reason, but yeah, once this is done you can install and set it up. So for example, this right here, I have installed it. I'll click on login. It will take me to this place, and I'll just have to log in with my account. So I'll quickly do that. acquisitionfreedom@gmail.com, continue, and we'll get this email thing here, and this is the code I just got. I'll be pasting it in my main browser. I'm not sure if I'm allowed. 99551 99551. Yeah, now we set up a password. I guess that must find the password is commonly used. Okay, I'll need a different password. I'll be using something else. Okay. Okay, I guess this one works. Okay, this is also commonly used. We can get a random password generator, and we can use any of these for now, right? So I'll be using this. Let's see. And yeah, so basically it will open this app up, and I guess this will get connected automatically. I hope so. Yeah, it's connected, right? Now we can also just log in here if we want to. I guess it must already be logged in. Yeah, it's already there, right? So this is what you get when you buy a NordVPN. And once this is done, this is what you'll have to do. So your IP address is visible. This is going to be your Indian IP address. We are going to use it now very soon. So moving forward, this was about the VPNs. Okay, so this is how you can buy this. Now we are going to do some IP health checkup. So for this, I would say you open your incognito window, and now one by one you're going to copy these links, right? So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste this here. Again, you can make a folder, you can bookmark all of this, and you can add them at one place because you will have to use these again and again. Now once again I'll be pasting it here, and then coming back to this, I'll be pasting this one, Control C and Control V, and then finally last one, Control C, and right here Control V. So this is what these four, like this is what it looks like. You have to open all of these, and now what you're gonna do is you basically will check for your IP. So this is our IP address. I'll be copying it and I'll be pasting it here, and I'll be searching. I'll be pasting it here, and I'll be searching, and I'll be pasting here, and I'll be doing a blacklist check. Once this is done, I will see this was my Indian IP, and this has a very poor reputation. We are not going to use it. Spam level is critical. This is what happens with most of the IPs in India. Now right here you're gonna try ki sari cheezein no pe ho. This one's fine, everything is on no, so that's totally fine. And right here they have noticed we are again on a blacklist, so you must try ki all of these are either okay or at timeout, and they must not be listed, right? So that's basically for the IP check. Up what we are going to do is we are going to connect to NordVPN. If you're residing outside of India, in that case you connect to the country you're residing in. If you're residing in India or Pakistan or Bangladesh or some country like that, in that case you connect to USA, and you stay connected to those server at all time when setting up or logging into your email accounts from now on. So we are going to use this. What we are going to do is we are going to go to VPN. Now I'm going to go to United States, and it is going to find a server for me. So I'm going to take a note of this number. I let it connect first, right? Just give me a second. Yeah, so it is connected. Now what I can do is I can basically just take a screenshot of this first of all, and once this is done, you will again run the following checks. So this time I'm going to refresh this, and let's see. So now this is my IP address. I'm going to copy it. Now I am going to paste it here, search, paste it here, look up, and paste it here and do a blacklist check. So again this is going to run the check. Let's see. In the meanwhile, what you can do is you can see. So my IP, double check that IP is in the correct country. If it is, copy the IP address and paste it in the other three website. The first one is your IP reputation needs to be neutral or good. Poor is unacceptable. The spam level must be none. Medium or high is unacceptable. So what we are going to do is we are going to open this up, and the level is neutral and web reputation is questionable. That doesn't matter, and spam level is medium. So we are not going to use this. Now in this case what we do is we reconnect, right? So it is going to find another server. This is a different server now, right? Now we are going to do the same thing once again. I'm going to close it. I'm going to refresh it, and this time I have a different IP. I'm going to do the same thing. Copy, Control V, and search. And in the meanwhile again we can just read it. This must be there should not be an yes, and it should not be listed. Timeout still is fine. So let me see if this time it's better. If you find an IP that gives you like the green color, so not even neutral, if it gives you a good reputation, in that case just stick to it, right? Let's see. This time it's neutral and spam level medium. Again we are going to rerun this, right? This time a different one. Okay, let me try it again. Copy, paste, search. Again this thing takes a lot of time. It might require you to do this 3 4 5 7 8 9 10 times, but this is very important. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to check it again. Normal and spam level is medium. We want a good spam level, so this is not something we want. As written here, medium or high is unacceptable. Spam level must be none. We don't want this, right? So we're going to do this again and again. Alright, so finally बहुत sorry, try करने के बाद I found this server 9958, and basically इसका IP यह check किया तो this is neutral, which is fine, and this is none, and this is very important. तो अब तुम्हें क्या करना है, बहुत ध्यान से इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेना है या इसको कहीं नोट डाउन कर लेना है. नेक्स्ट टाइम यू वांट टू कनेक्ट टू इट, यू जस्ट सर्च हियर यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स एंड देन यू टाइप इन हैश, एंड फिर ये ऐसे करके आ जाएगा. अगेन यू कैन नॉट सर्च इट, आई डोंट थिंक सो. डालते ही कोई रिजल्ट नहीं आता, तो यू विल हैव टू स्क्रॉल. यू कैन यूज दिस एंड यू कैन स्टार्ट स्क्रॉलिंग, एंड 9958 जैसा कुछ ढूंढने की कोशिश करो. 6 8 आई गेस 9 वुड बी है. 958 वुड बी थोड़ा और नीचे. 9958. तो यहाँ इस तरीके से यू कैन कनेक्ट टू इट वेन एवर यू वॉन्ट. तो दिस इज़ व्हाट यू नीड टू डू. तो अभी हम लोग इसी से कनेक्टेड रहेंगे. दिस इज़ ऑन समथिंग वी हैव चेक्ड. अभी वी स्टिल नीड टू चेक दिस, एंड वी ऑल्सो नीड टू चेक दिस. तो मैं यहाँ पर भी डाल के ब्लैक लिस्ट चेक कर देता हूँ. दिस इज़ बेसिकली एवरीथिंग इज़ नो वेरी नाइस, एंड शायद से ये एवरीथिंग 0 टाइम्स, सिर्फ कुछ टाइम आउट्स है विच आर टोटली फाइन. सो दिस इज़ व्हाट वी नीडेड, राइट? हर चीज़ एकदम ठीक है. दिस इज़ द वन वी आर गोइंग टू यूज़. सो नाउ Coming to this is what we have done. हमें अच्छे से मिल गया है सब कुछ. Now we are going to basically, if you're on a Mac, you can just bookmark it or heart it. But again, if you're on Windows, then you need to remember it. You need to use the feature to find it again and connect to it, right? So this is basically done. You can use it. Now do the rest of the account configuration from this IP address. We don't want our accounts to be created on our own IP, as this gives Google an like indication of who we are, right? So if deliverability goes bad on Google Workspace accounts, that can affect future accounts created on the same IP. Make it a habit of always being on an IP server that passes the test from now on while dealing with the email accounts. This is something जिसके बारे में इंटरनेट पे कोई भी बात नहीं करता, and this is very very important. Now again, अगर तुम्हें इंडिया में मैसेजेस भेजना है तो यू डोंट नीड टू बाय एनी नंबर्स, बट इफ़ यू वांट टू सेंड मैसेजेस टू USA and if you also want to do cold calling, I would recommend to get some numbers from Skype. एंड अगर तुम लोग सारी चीज़ें स्टेप बाय स्टेप फॉलो कर रहे हो तो यू विल नीड 6 numbers from Skype, or else if you just want to do it कि तुम 100 emails भेज पाओ, in that case you need to buy 4 numbers from Skype. So हम लोग यहाँ पे Skype पे जाएंगे. For this you also need a Microsoft account, so you can create a Microsoft account if you want. And now we will be buying USA numbers. अब the thing is, I won't be buying it because I just don't need it, but मैं तुम्हें बता देता हूँ how do you buy those numbers. And basically USA के numbers खरीदना is very very important because उन्हीं पे text message आता है. And since you are going to use this and you are going to do cold calling for like rest of the time, so for that I would recommend you pay for 12 months, because if you don't pay for 12 months you won't be able to use it, like you won't be able to change it. So this is a local number, इन्होंने दे भी दिया 2-way SMS enabled, and this, so this is what we need, right? So we'll continue. And basically इस तरह से you can buy numbers. Now I would recommend you buy 4 of these numbers. I've like step by step मैंने लिख रखा है किस तरह से buy करना है, किस तरह से you can forward the calls to voicemail. So in case someone tries to call you, it would drop down to the voicemail. Now we are going to buy domains. Domains के लिए you can use Google domains, जो अब शायद Squarespace बन गया, but उससे भी better I would recommend GoDaddy in India. I have been using it for myself and this is what I would recommend you to buy. तो अब यहाँ से हम लोग domains खरीदेंगे. You can either buy 6 domains or you can buy 4 domains. You can also use your main domain, लेकिन again if you want to like stick to the best practices, I won't recommend you use it, क्योंकि अगर वो blacklist हो गया तो दिक्कत होगी, but if you want you can use it. तो अब तुम्हें यहाँ पे डोमेन्स खरीदना है. डोमेन्स किस तरह से खरीदना है वो भी मैं बता देता हूँ. बेसिकली इट शुड बी डन ऑन एन इनकॉग्निटो विंडो अगेन, एंड IP जो होना चाहिए इट शुड पास द डिलीवरेबिलिटी टेस्ट. तो अभी जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल मैं दिखा रहा हूँ, बट इन दिस केस आई वुड रिकमेंड यू मेक अ न्यू अकाउंट. वो लगाने के बाद VPN लगाने के बाद एक नया अकाउंट बना के देन वी विल बाय द डोमेन्स. अब you only add .com domains because they have the best deliverability and they're trusted internationally. So now the domains that you can buy are, for example, Freedom Formula, Go Freedom Formula, Get Freedom Formula, Free Formula, Acquisition Freedom or Freedom Acquisition or something like this, right? अब 1 साल का डोमेन ले लेना, and privacy प्रोटेक्शन एंड डॉट रिन्यू ऑन है ऑफ है, वो चीज़ तुम्हारी अपनी मर्जी है, तुम्हें लेना है कैसे लेना है. तो बेसिकली यू टाइप इन द डोमेन यू वांट. लेट्स आई वांट एक्विजिशन ACQUISITION FREEDOMM, और लेट्स से getacquisitionfreedom.com, and I search this and I'll add it to cart, and this would cost you like 950 rupees for each domain, right? तो अगेन दिस वन वोंट बी द वन वी आर गोइंग टू बाय, क्योंकि ये 3 साल के लिए दे रहा है, हमें सिर्फ 1 साल के लिए ख़रीदना है. लेट मी सी इफ इट लोड्स. या तो इसको हम 1 साल के लिए ख़रीदेंगे, 950 कुछ का हो जाएगा आई गेस. Yeah, and this is basically how you buy this, right? तो इस तरह से you can add 4 domains and you can buy them and they will look in your product something like this. तो इस तरह से we have these domains, and for the sake of this video I'm going to use this domain right here, ठीक है? तो अब बेसिकली व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज़, तुम्हें यहाँ पे और कुछ नहीं करना है, ना कोई ईमेल खरीदना है ना कुछ, एंड दिस इज़ व्हाट योर डोमेन्स वुड लुक लाइक. इस तरह से सारे डोमेन्स तुम्हारे अकाउंट पे स्टोर्ड होंगे. Now this is basically our domains done. Now we are going to generate names, and now we are going to use our deliverability hub. Alright, so now if this thing is done, we have already purchased the domains. Now we are going to use our, like, we are now going to create workspace users. So we utilize Google Workspace Business Starter users. We'll need to set up the structural foundation for the users. So first thing we'll do is we'll generate names. This is the deliverability hub, you'll get it. This one would be the dashboard, this one would be the setup. So at first we'll be using the setup one so that we can later on use this. There might be some more tabs in yours, you can just right click and delete them because they might not be as useful, right? Then our setup, let's start with this. First thing we are going to do is we are going to do some random name generation. We are going to select 25 here, or actually 20 custom. I don't know, you can probably type in here. Yeah, we just need 25 to be honest. Then we are going to do gender. Gender would be male and female both, so that's fine. And name style would be rare, and we'll get all of these. Now what we are going to do is we are going to paste them right here. We are going to leave this first one because this is going to be our warm email, right? So like this you can paste them, Control Shift V. Yeah, alright, so this is done. Right now we even have the account names. Now what we are going to do is we are going to generate passwords. We are going to generate copy, and we will basically paste them like this. Generate copy paste, generate copy paste. Like this you can just paste a lot of passwords right here, right? This is like, I just copied them because I won't be generating them again and again, but this is the way by which you can do it. Now once this is done, we are going to add users to the domains. So for this, again, be connected to the VPN. Now here comes two choices. We are going to go to Google Workspace. What we are going to do is we are going to use Business Starter, but if you are going to select the Indian version, the cost might be different. If you're going to select USA, the cost would be different. So I would recommend, like, if you have the money, you go for US totally. So it would help you a lot with deliverability. But if again finances are an issue for you, buy this one because it's much cheaper. So what we are going to do is we are going to click on Start Free Trial. Business name, I will type anything for now. Freedom Formula, just you. No, sorry, 229. Region right here. So I'm selecting India. I'm not connected to VPN at the moment, but you must be connected to VPN. You can select United States, but then it would say this. So you can like now it's totally your choice. You want to buy this for a cheaper price, or you want to buy that one, it's totally up to you. So right now I'm going to select India because I would recommend you select India here. That would save you some money. India. Next, first name Aditya, surname Chaudhary, current email address, add in any Gmail address that you want. acquisitionfreedom.com, sorry, not .com, acquisitionfreedom at gmail.com. So there is one more thing that I need you guys to do, and that is full name right here, Aditya Chaudhary, and yeah, rest of it would be done. You can put any password here, Control C, Control V. Yeah, so once this is done, you will also fill in the domains. So this one is going to be either on a warm domain, or you can use Gmail right here, right? If you're using Gmail, you can put that in here. Once that is done, now we are going to add in the domains of 5. For each 5 of these, we are going to add in a domain. So for example, acquisitionfreedom.com, right? So basically now what I can do is I can copy it to these 5, right? So like this, it would give us the whole account name, and if you go to dashboard, it would have already updated it. So this the account, this like recovery email thing, we are going to put this up very soon. And basically like this, you will have all of them, right? The warm email would already be here, their names would already be here, and that's how easy it would be very soon, right? So once this is done, we are going to move forward, and We are going to say yes, I already have a domain. Once that is done, what's your business domain name? Let's say adhonor.in for now. This is an example domain that I have. So next, username would be, we are going to fill this up from the deliverability hub. Let's say I'm doing for Caitlin, right? Or no, first we are going to use the first ones of each of these. So Laurel or Cheryl or Amelia. So let's do this. So what we are going to do is we are going to copy the name. I'm not sure why exactly the name is not here. Let's just copy this like this for now. Yeah. So we can either copy the name from here, or I'm not sure why exactly, but yeah, the name's not here because I probably changed it. Yeah, this is from the setup thing. Control C, Control V, setup B8. So this one would be setup B8, setup B1, B2, B3. Yeah, like this. We can have it right here. Yeah. So we probably have the names too. When you get the sheet, you will have a better version of it. There were some mistakes from my side, but yeah, now we have a name here as well. So what we are going to do is we are going to copy the first name from here itself, and then we are going to open this up. We are going to add in the username, and then we are going to add in the password again from the same place. Right here, password, Control C, Control V. I'm not a robot. Agree and continue. So now it's going to ask me to check out. Now, in case you were basically like now, in case you were here for USD, so you'll find a value of like $7 something if you were into USA, right? But now since we are here in India, this one's $2 something, so you're going to use that. Now it's for 12 months, and this is not what we are going to use. I'm probably going to change the plan. All right, yeah, this one's the flexible plan. We are going to use it. They're giving us it at 164. This is the plan which is available in India. We are again going to do something here, and what we are going to do is Google Workspace coupon code, and you are going to come on this website. I guess it's WHSO host. This is the one I've used. Yeah, you can click on show code. You can copy it. If this does not work for some reason, you can put in Workspace starter. You can choose in your country and then your email address, and they will email your code as well. So for now I have got the code. I'll add the promo code, I'll apply, and yeah, now we have 10% off for the first 12 months as well. So it would cost you like 150 rupees. Now let's try free for 14 days. They're going to ask us to check out. I'm going to add my details here. This is not necessary, and card details. I'm going to add my card. So let's see. I think the transaction is complete now. It's just asking for 2 rupees, right? So once that is done, I guess yeah, your card supports. So basically they have added this automatic payment thing, and once this is done, we will basically be they'll be asking us to buy this. We don't want to buy this. Once this is done, we skip it, and now we'll be redirected to log in to the admin panel, right? So I understand this. Now we are on the admin panel, right? Now first of all, they'll ask us to prove ki jo domain we connected, it's ours, right? So for that you need to route all your emails to so you'll just activate this. ये अपने आप activate most probably हो, yeah, they need us to connect to this domain, right? So we'll have to sign in, and we'll have to sign into our GoDaddy, and it gets easier. I'll just add this and I'll sign in. Okay, so now it's gonna ask me ki, do you want to connect the domain? Yeah, of course we want to connect the domain. And I guess this is it. I don't know, I might have to do it one more time. I'll sign in, I'll connect, and yeah, this worked, right? So now it's gonna happen. It takes like 2 3 4 5 minutes. Verifying, please return to it, 5 minutes left. Right, so once this is done, what we are now going to do is we are going to go back to this deliverability hub. Now, first of all, what we are going to do is we are going to set up the warm account. So this, what you just did, this was either for the warm account, or if you don't want to buy a domain and a email for the warm account, you can use Gmail and you can just add it to the deliverability hub, right? Once that is done, now we are going to do this for the cold domains, right? So at first, let's say this was a warm domain, we are going to buy Google Workspace on it, just like we did here, right? Now once that thing is done, we are now going to start with it. So let's say these 5 were for one domain, and then let's say this was for a different domain right here. 1 2 3 4 5, and then let's say this was acquisition.com for this one right here. 1 2 3 4 5, and then basically we'll have one more right here. So let's say this one is acquisitionfree.com. And then finally we will have one backup, right? Backup.com, and we're going to drag it like this. So now we have all of these right here. Now what we are going to do is, first of all of these, so you can just go to the dashboard. You can also copy this, and you'll see these are also like ruined because of some reason, but I'll fix them. So now what happens is, for the each one of these are all the domains. The first one is going to be your main domain, or the admin domain, right? And for these, the recovery email should not be this. You will be editing the recovery email for these, and the recovery email for these is going to be your first one. So Aditya now, for the recovery email for each of the first ones, since these are the main admin domains or the admin email IDs, what we are going to do is we are going to add this. Control C, Control V. I don't know. Yeah, all right. My bad. Yeah, so we are going to copy aditya@gmail.com. Aditya. I can select this, Control C, and Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Rest of these are fine. This one's right here. And then for this, the recovery email is going to be your main email. So let's say my main email is Aditya main. For the local number, of course, you can use whatever you want, the Skype one or your own personal numbers. It's totally up to you. So now once this is done, what we are going to do now is we are going to go back to this. So now let's say we have set up our warm account. We are going to repeat the same thing for our other domains, right? So once this is done, what we are going to do is we are going to click on admin. Now since we are here, now once this is done, you can add in the logo and everything if you want. There is one user right here, right? Now we are going to add users. So I'm going to add a user. Then first name, surname, all of this, we are going to get this from our main email, right? So basically, for the first name, we are going to go here. So let's say Caitlin was the next user. Surname right here, primary email is done. For the secondary email, we are going to copy this. Control C, Control V. Phone number would be your whatever phone number you want to put in there. So the local number and manage users, this is all fine. Automatically generate a strong password, no, we are gonna create a password. And for this we are going to copy this, we are going to paste it here, we are going to ask user to change their password, no. And you can do it like the next thing that you can do is you can automatically generate a strong password with 16 characters. And what you are going to do is you are going to create the password. So basically once this is done, they will be able to basically change their password, right? So once that is or you can put any password here, example.com, whatever I have written here, then they will ask them to change once they sign in. Now the thing is, for this one it's going to be this, right? So for this we are going to use this one. Let me fix the code again, it would be fixed in your case, but for this we are going to use e4. Let me see, a4, would that do better? Yeah, I think that would make more sense now. Yeah, and I'll just copy this. Okay, I messed it up, but yeah, like this. So we'll have Lauren account already there, so we are going to copy this and we are going to add that here. Now once that is done, this is the password and we are gonna add new user. So now we have already added a new user. This is basically the email will provide a link to set the password and sign in. So we are going to preview and send Lauren. This is going to be sent to this particular ID. So we already have this, right? But for now, since I don't have this account, I am going to do it for Aditya at gmail. No, I don't even have this. So I'm going to do this for acquisition. Acquisition freedom at gmail.com. But you'll probably have these ones, right? You'll have this, you'll have this, you will have this, you will have this, you will have this, you will have this. So like this, इसमें आप लोग इसको लाइक इसमें आप लोग इसको रिकवरी एड्रेस बना सकते हो, इसमें आप लोग इसको रिकवरी एड्रेस बना सकते हो, इसमें आप लोग इसको बना सकते हो, इसमें आप लोग इसको बना सकते हो. एंड इस वाले में यू कैन बेसिकली मेक दिस वन, राइट? तो इस तरीके से दिस वुड ऑल बी रैंडम, इट डज नॉट रियली मैटर, आपको बाद में सारे के सारे ईमेल्स मिल जाएंगे, राइट? तो वंस दिस इज डन, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी यूज़र नेम, पासवर्ड बनाने के लिए ऐसे आएगा एंड दे कैन लॉग इन and this is basically what it will look like. So it's gonna send the email, login info sent, done. So like this. Now if we look at it, we probably have 2, and like this you're going to add all 4. Like one would already be the admin one, and then we are going to have 4 here, admin 4, admin 4, admin 4. And then what you do is you go to the email. So basically I'll go to this Gmail, and again we are going to open all of these in our incognito window. Let me just open an incognito window, right? I understand. Create a password. So now what we are going to do is we are going to create a password. So for the password we are going to go to the deliverability hub, and this is going to be the password. I'm going to paste it, confirm, change password. Okay, so this is basically done, right? So now we have this logged in here. Now what you can do is you can manage your Google account, and you can change your profile picture and everything if you feel like it. This is probably not the right place to do it. You can easily just do it by signing in to a different place. Let me just explain that as well. So basically what you can now do is you can create workspace. So like this, I have created a lot of workspace. You can add new profile, or you can manage profile. So this is what it looks like, and I can add in. So this is my work one. I can add one more, right? So you can continue without an account. You can add any name, example for explanation. So now once this is done, you can start signing in. So for example, for now, let's just sign in with the email that we just got. Okay, so this one is then at addonner.in. I don't know, I'll have to copy this. and I'm going to open this. Basically this is going to be my username. Next. Okay, so our account is not yet verified. First we'll have to verify the domain, and for this we can use the user list right here. Go to home. Let's see. To continue, verify domain. So again, your emails have been redirected, but we have not activated. Yes, I think I already did it. They'll activate it soon. Yeah, so I think it's done now. Let's try to refresh it. I guess this time probably it's done. Yeah, so now we are set up, right? We can remove this, it does not really matter. And now we are going to log in. So we'll again go to this place, we'll try it again, and this time we are going to paste this. Next. Okay, it's still not done. Try again. Next. No, not yet. Let me go to the Google Workspace, or the admin console actually. It's already here. Now let's see if the domain is set up. Yeah, it's already set up. 2 users are also set up. Let's go to manage, and basically we have this right here. It's already activated. Now I'm going to open Google Chrome. I'm going to go to this new one, right? So in each of these we are going to add 5555 domains each. So I'm going to do this. Got it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Gmail. I'm going to sign in. It's going to ask me for this. I think it's done now. Yeah, right now it's asking for the password. So for the password we are going to go to this place. We are going to copy the password. We are going to paste the password right here. Next. And we will have it signed in. So that's how simple it is to sign into this, right? I know this may sound confusing because it's a little clusterous and like it gets complicated, but like this now you can even manage your Google account. So like now what you can do here is you can add in your personal information and things like that. So basically for the profile picture you cannot change it yourself. We will have to change it from the admin panel itself. For the names and everything, you don't need to change it. You don't need a nickname. You will add a random birth date. You can add your own birthday here, and these are going to be the emails, and phone number is something which you will have to add. Now we are going to talk about what's the next step very soon. So now let's say we already have 5 domains, like we already have 5 accounts on this domain, and the same thing on the rest of the 3 domains that we have. So now we have 20 emails in total. What now we are going to do is we are going to turn on 2-factor authentication on all of these. That's because what we are going to use for email warm-up is we are going to use Mystrika. So it's my.mystrika.com, or it's Mystrika, whatever exactly it is. So you're going to add in your username here. The username is I'm going to give it to you very soon in the chat, and we're going to log in. Basically what we can do here is we can add in our emails, and they'll keep sending emails and replies and everything in between, and like this they would be warmed up. So now basically this is how you're going to add it. I'm going to give you login access to this. Now we are going to add an email ID. So name on the email is going to be Caitlin. Caitlin. Email address is going to be this one right here. So it's for this case it's going to be at adhonor.in, right? And then account type in here, you can either use this one or you can use this one. This one's much easier in my basically this one is much easier for me. Instead of adding an app name or anything, you can just generate a specific password. Now for this, what you're going to do is, here in this personal info thing, you're going to go to security, right? And now we are going to turn on two-step verification, and to turn it on, we'll have to add in our number. Now here I'm going to add in my Indian number. You will be adding your Skype number right here. Okay. So India 81780603222. Receive codes by text messages. Okay, I must have received a code. Let's see. Yeah, I just received the code. It is 707490707 verify. So it will add my phone number right here, and it's done. Right now we have two-step verification on it. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to search for app passwords, right? And like this, we are going to generate an app password. You can name it warm up or anything, it does not really matter. We'll just name it warm up. We are going to copy this, Control C, done, and we are going to paste it in here. App password, add email. And like this, the email would be added. So what now happens is, as you can see right here, it's going to be Caitlin. We can probably search here KAT. Let's see if this works. Not really, but yeah, let me try to find it. Total results per page is 100. Let me remove this. Total results per page 100, and let's see, where is Caitlin. I can't find her here, but it must be somewhere. So the success rate and everything, 13333. I'm going to turn this on as well. Let's see. So it's not visible at the moment. Let me try to refresh it. So since, yeah, now we have refreshed it, 27 active emails is what we have. Now I think we'll be able to find Caitlin somewhere here. Yeah, this is right here, Caitlin at addonner.in. It's 0% right now because it will take time. And in the same way, we are going to add the rest of the 19 emails that we have. And in case you're also having the warm email, you're going to add the same thing right here. बट आपको ईमेल जो वार्म ईमेल है, यू डोंट नेसेसरीली नीड टू वार्म दैट अप, बिकॉज उससे हम कोई भी ईमेल नहीं भेजेंगे. And once that is done, you will have all your main emails here, and you will have all of your backup emails here, and they will have the success rate over time. तो हमें 14 days के लिए चीज़ करनी होगी, and that's why it's very important. So now, again, coming to this place, we are going to do one more thing. Now, since we have bought all the 26 Google Workspace users, now we need to configure the domain as well. So now we are going to add these domains. First thing we are going to do is, we are going to use MX records, right? MX record setup for Google Workspace. We are going to go to this one. I signed up in 2023 or later. Who subscribe after April, use 1MX record. This makes it easier. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to go to our GoDaddy. Where, this one, I guess. Now we are going to go to our products, and once this is done, we are going to go to DNS. Right now we are going to add these. So the name is going to be at or blank. Just give me a second. Yeah, so now we are going to add a new record. The type would be MX, right? Because we are going to add a MX record. Then name would be blank or at. Then priority would be 1, and then we are going to add in this, Control C, Control V, save. Okay, we are going to add at here, right? Save. It will update the DNS record, and this is done. So you're going to do this on all the emails or all the domains, right? Once this is done, then we are going to move forward, and we are going to add in our DKIM record. So DKIM record, if you buy this from Google Workspace, it's already done, but we'll have to do it. DKIM setup for Google Workspace. So now what we are going to do is we will sign into the admin console. So I think for this I will have to go to my incognito tab right here, right? We will sign into this one. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go to this menu thing, apps, Google Workspace and Gmail. So this right here, apps, Google Workspace, and we are going to go to Gmail. Now in here, this is for the email authentication DKIM setup. We're going to click on this. Now we are going to have to click on something, generate new records, length and everything. I think it's already mentioned in here. So the length is going to be 2048. So this prefix selector generate, and it's going to give us some DNS settings. So now again you must start with the DNS, and it is going to be a TXT record. So now what we are going to do is we are going to copy this, and we are going to go to this place. We are going to add a new record. We are going to add a TXT. In the name we are going to add this, and there is going to be some change. Start at DNS domain key. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And now we are going to copy this, and once this is done we are going to add the value right here. And I don't think so we need to change anything. Let me again see. Prefix selector, prefix is Google, and yeah, so I guess that's the way by which we do it. So let me still check this for now. Yeah, I guess we are good to go. From the following steps, yeah. Now what we are going to do is we are going to first of all we are going to confirm this. So we are going to save it. Okay, so it's updated. Now what we can do here is we can start the authentication. So it's going to take time, but for now we'll just do it again after 5 minutes. So let's just leave it here for now. Yeah, it's already, I guess it's done, right? Because it's updated, so it's authenticating now. And yeah, that's basically it. Now what we are going to do is we have done this. Now we are going to set up SPF records. So SPF for Google Workspace, and SPF txt value at, then we are going to add this, and this should be 1 hour, right? So we are going to add a new record, txt, and we just copied the value. Name would be add, and this is going to be 1 hour, and we are going to save it. And I guess we have our SPF record set up as well. And once that is done, we are going to set up the DMARC, and this is important. So for this we are going to go to this place. We're going to open this, and it will teach us how to do it. So first thing that we need to do is we need to add a txt record, and basically txt record name in the first field, enter DMARC, and we are going to change this, right? So this solarmora.com, we are going to make it addhonor.in. So it's basically telling us that at this place we need to add an R. So replace these example domains with your own domain, right? So we are going to add a new record. It is going to be a txt record. Name is going to be .addhonor.in. Value is again going to be DMARC value is this right here. And basically we don't need to change anything here, and just this addhonor.in. Did they tell anything about the time? No. Save. And this may ask you for this, and you can put that in here. Domain will resolve on yeah, you can select add. You can select this and you can save it here. And once this is done, you will have your DMARC set up as well. And once this is done, you can forward the email. We don't have to do this now, we can do this later on, but for now this is basically what you need to do. So again, for a quick recap, you're going to set up your domains in such a way that you can send 400 emails every single day. You can open this up for a better understanding. You will be clicking on these and you will be making a folder and you will be adding those to it. Now basically once this is done, you will buy a VPN, and especially if your reputation is not good, you will have to buy a VPN, and you will have to purchase your domains using that VPN, and you will have to make your emails from that VPN as well. And everything that you do it in an incognito window using the email, using the VPN, right? So this is for the VPN. You're going to check everything from these. Now what we are going to do is we're going to buy some numbers from Skype. If you don't want to do it, you can leave it, but it's always a better step to take. Once that is done, now we are going to buy some domains. We are going to use GoDaddy for it. So it says Google Domains is better, but again there are some complications. I would say just go for GoDaddy. Once that is done, we are going to acquire the workspace users. So for the first warm account, you're going to buy just one, and you're going to put that in the deliverability hub. Once that is done, you're going to add in more of these right here. So all the domains that you have, once all the domains are written here, then you're going to generate some random names. You're going to put them in here, the random names. It would already be sorted like this. For the first one, it is going to be your main domain, your full name, and then you're going to add in a password and you're going to add in an account. Once that is done, what we are going to do here is we are then going to do some password generation. We have generated the passwords right here. Once that is done, we are going to start to buy Google Workspace. So for the first one, we are only going to buy one account. For the all other cold accounts, what we are going to do is basically we are going to make this right here as the admin account, and for this the recovery email would be our main warm account. Same thing here, same thing here, same thing here. And then we are going to add other 4 users. We are going to once the users have been added, what we are going to do is we are going to add in their mobile numbers. We are going to turn on 2-factor authentication. Once that is done, we are going to go to Mistrica. We are going to log in. We are going to add in the app password by generating it. Once that is done, we are going to record the setups. So now we are going to add DMX record, DIM record, SPF record, and DMARC record. And I guess that is basically all that you need to do. It's as simple as that. Things may seem a little complicated because setting this up takes time, but just take your time and do this because it is going to be a very, very good solution for finding good prospects and leads. Thank you. Have a great day.